Mark is coming us from District 84,
Yes.
which is like the bizarro dimension for District 48. So we're good, he's evil, or something. No, so thank you very much, Mark, for coming to speak to us today.
Thank you, Joe.
Speak up, because when you do, you can change your life. Speak up, and you can give a voice to someone who doesn't have one. Fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. Have you ever remained silent about things that matter to you? I have. In fact, Silence and I were the best of friends. I used to run into its warm embrace so we could sit together in silence. It was a learned behavior. Let me take you 20 years ago when I first came to this country. I was so excited. The night before the first day of school, I had childhood dreams of making friends and meeting great people. I was finally at the land of the free and the home of the brave. Except brave, I was not. I remember going to school the next day, and my hands were shaking with fear, and my legs were as heavy as lead. And all of my dreams of making friends got burst just like the water bubbles. Just like in this room. On the very first day, I was teased and bullied because of my funny looks and my strange accent. By the time lunchtime came around, I was so terrified to speak, I used a plastic food tray and clenched it in my hands and tried to cover up because I was so afraid to speak up. I used my hands and my elbows to point to the cafeteria workers what I wanted to eat. Have you ever been terrified like me to speak up? Over the years, I learned that silence can kill. It almost killed me. 10 years ago, last March, I moved to Philadelphia. I got a new home, new job, and a new girlfriend. And everything was going great! But over time, I discovered there were major differences between us. And I didn't feel like she would have my back. But I decided it's going to work out just fine. See, I was convinced that remaining silent is the best way to handle our differences. Boy, was I wrong. One night, while we were out on a town, found myself in the best section of town. Next thing I know, I was assaulted and robbed. And my girlfriend, she left! I remember waking up, face down on the ground, and trying to regain my consciousness. First thing I thought when I stood up, I gotta learn how to pick better girlfriends. You see, before that night in Philadelphia, it was I who abandoned myself first. Every time I had a chance to stand up and speak up what was important to me in the relationship, guess what I said? Absolutely nothing. Trying to save it, the relationship, I almost destroyed myself. What about you? What is the highest price you paid for your silence? I learned that silence can kill. But it doesn't have to be that way. My friend Anna taught me how to speak up. I met her in downtown Orlando while working together in a nonprofit. She heard all my stories. She laughed at me. We became friends. One day, the boss of the entire organization asked to speak to Anna. Now, he had a reputation. He was a bully, trying to beat people with his words into the submission. It is his way or the highway. A few minutes into the meeting, I see Anna running for the exit. And I try to stop her. I say, Anna, looked at me in silence and said nothing. But in her silence, I heard her voice. Time to speak is now. I have flashbacks from all those years ago when I was bullied in teeth in school. I remember walking out to see my boss. I looked him straight in the eye and I said, I cannot do this. I cannot be part of any organization that bullies anyone anywhere. Because I know the price of silence is too high. Anna was never bullied again, as she stayed and finished her term. Now, if someone like me, with funny looks and even stranger accent can do that, just imagine what you can do. You see, every time we remain silent about things that matter to us, we take a step backwards. And then one day, we look at ourselves in the mirror, and we don't even know who we are anymore. All we see is just a patchwork of moments of silence sewn together with fear. Time to speak is now. Because when you speak up, you take a step forward. And your heart will remind you that you're still capable of love. When you speak up, you remember how to be a friend and give a voice to someone who doesn't have one. Now I get it. It is scary, scary, scary to speak up, especially if you've been hurt, betrayed, or bullied. I know. But when you speak up, you let go of the fear and you grab hope. And that's worth something. See, I believe you can achieve almost anything you want in life. But you'll never know it if you remain silent.